Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning, the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming. Third place winner in the Southeastern Outdoor Press Association Excellent in Crafts Contest. And I say third place because Jim Ferguson of the Revolution will never be beat. He's got 250 stations. We got 3, okay? But we broadcast to our people here, and Jim's going to be on the show next week. So we'll talk to him about how it means to be a big-time radio host. But we've been doing it longer, 21 years here. We've had this gentleman on the air one other time, a lot of interest. When he talks from the heart about his company and about what he feels that things need to be changed. When he says 1 out of 9 waterfowlers will be wearing hearing protection.
Only one.
Only one. And it's not you, Frank. So you've already told me. So listen up as we talk to Bill Dickinson. He is the CEO and founder of Tetra Hearing in Nolensville, Tennessee, right out of Nashville. So good morning, Bill.
Well, good morning, boys. Larry, thanks for having me back on the show. It's fantastic. I loved how you slipped in to listen up. That's pretty good. I like that.
Well, that was a pun. I'm sure it might have gone over some of my people's, but it didn't go over your ears because you know all about ears. So when it comes right down to it, you guys have got a program really out there, and you really your blog, so much interesting information. And so, Bill, kind of give us the evolution of where you started with you and Dr. David in 2019 with Tetra Hearing and where we are now and the message you're still trying to put out.
Well, there's a whole bunch there, but as you know, it's way more about making change and about getting the message out and about talking some things in the hunting and shooting space. But especially, one of the core values are the products that we make specifically targeted for the waterfowl hunters.
Yes,
and, and man, I'm telling you, they're getting put to use right now. I'm back in my home state. Matter of fact, in my hometown, I'm standing in flooded corn right now at
I love it.
At the Shiawassee State Game Reserve, where I grew up duck hunting, and I've got my 18-year-old son and my nephew with me, so it's a very special day.
And that is where, for my listeners, it's not really for sure where you're standing in flooded corn.
It's one of the managed hunt areas, the public managed area up in Michigan, up in Saginaw, Michigan.
All right,
where I grew up. That's my hometown.
Okay, and, I want to make sure Michigan State University. Okay, I remember that from you.
Matter of fact, we've kind of figured out some football.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
I tell you what, if I ever would have thought that Michigan State was going to be undefeated and Alabama would have an L on the record, I wouldn't have picked that for sure.
Well, I know you want to throw that in there just to boast a little bit, but you have reasons. So you're where you are now because you love what you're doing, but at the same time, you started this career and came up with this idea for the company, and you've really taken it to the Alpha Shield, the Custom Shield protection. You can go into so much truth, and folks, they've got a great video called "The Cold Hard Truth." And the title of that captured my imagination so much because of some things you said in that, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's get back to this. Why won't waterfowlers wear hearing protection? Frank?
Well, we know that horrible 1 in 9 statistic.
Yes.
Which we're you don't have to do much to make some progress in that. So I'm feeling confident that we're going to help.
That's true.
We're going to be successful. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's for the waterfowl hunter. There's just certain things that you got to do and you want to do, and traditionally when you block off your ear, Larry, you can't do that. You can't blow a call. You can't sing. You can't play an instrument. We do that. That's really what we modeled a lot of this off of.
That's right.
Was the work that David and I were doing with musicians over here, to your east over in Nashville.
Right, yeah.
in 20 years ago, you didn't see a musician wearing anything in their ear.
No, you didn't.
And now it doesn't matter if you get to play once on Broadway or Beale Street or you're making your living on the big stage. Everyone's got their ears.
Oh, they do.
Yes,
yes.
And honestly, it's not about protecting their ears. When you're a musician, it's about creating a superior listening. It's about what they hear.
Yes.
It's a recipe of how they want to hear it. The bass player wants to hear different than the drummer.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that for 20 years, and we fixed that in audiology. We fixed that with technology, and we just took the same philosophy and made it for the duck hunter, Larry. It's in order to blow a call, you need to be able to fine tune how you're listening. So we fine tune that Alpha Shield and that custom shield device with, and that's where all of our patented formulas is fine tuning it so that you can effectively blow a call.
And here,
it's the number one reason that guys won't wear it in the duck blind.
That's exactly right. Again, we're talking to Bill Dickinson. He is the CEO and founder of Tetra Hearing in Nolensville, Tennessee, right out of Nashville there. And we're talking about Tetra. And I know we've explained that before, but they're all letters in capital. And say, well, what does Tetra mean? And I think you've explained that before, but quickly explain it again to my truck driver driving down the I-55 in Mississippi, so he'll know what that means.
We went with the name Tetra. That comes from it's about evolutionary change.
Yes.
When the tetrapods.
That's right.
Climbed out of the ocean and out of the seas, and they grew lungs. They became mammals.
Yeah,
right? They grew lungs and they grew ears. They didn't have lateral lines like fish and reptiles do, and
that's it.
And they didn't have air bladders. We have lungs, and we can communicate. And it doesn't matter if you're a deer that's blowing or snorting, or if you're a bobwhite peeping. Like it doesn't matter if you're an animal, two-legged, four-legged.
It doesn't
we
matter.
Communicate.
Yes.
And that evolutionary change is the most well-documented evolutionary process that science has. And Larry, the idea is that we're trying to create change.
And that's
I'm telling you, I'm looking down the row in this flooded corn right here, and I've got an 18-year-old kid and a 25-year-old nephew that are wearing hearing things in their ears. They're wearing Tetras, of course, because they're with me.
They better wear Tetras, yeah.
But the bottom line is that 10 years ago they didn't see that.
No.
We're just trying to change, and honestly, that's what the cold hard truth is. Matter of fact, my advisory board said, "Man, this needs to be more about Tetra." And I said, "No, it needs to be more about the ears." And I don't care what device is in there. As waterfowl community, we have got to put something in our ears to protect our ears. Cause,
I didn't even think about some of these things that you were talking about, even in the boats with the horsepower motors. And when you're in a blind, and I've been in the blind with Frank when he gets in there, if he doesn't stand next to a tree, but you don't really think about these things. And I have my late uncle, who was my hero, was at Utah Beach, and they didn't have a thing in their ears, buddy, when they were shooting those big guns and whatever it might be. But now you're on a crusade here, Bill, not just for your company, but so many other things. And I think that I know a lot of people are listening. There are a lot of people listening, because you can find out if you go to his blog. How do they go to your blog? You got your blog? What is that?
You can go right to our website, tetrahearing.com or tetrahunt.com, and we keep all of our evidence, all the science.
A lot of science, man.
We put it right there, and that's what we're trying to do. You got a couple of dorky ear doctors that that love the ear and love what the good Lord designed for us, and what it means to our lives, and it is much bigger than just when you're having fun pulling triggers, right?
It is.
Protect our ears.
That's right.
And that's why we did bring in. I mean, we all launched. I saw 6 boats launch at this little drop-in site.
Yes.
And there wasn't an outboard to be found. It was all long tail and surface drive motors, and you know how loud those are.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, maybe I need to be wearing a pair when I pull up to a red light and that Charger pulls up next to me with with enough engine noise to blow me away. I look like my old Ford Boss 429 that maybe we had back in those days. Well, I know I've been putting this off. I got to do something because at my age, as Frank knows, and my wife says I have selective hearing. I don't know if I should wear those around the house, sometimes, but that may upset some of the cart. But again,
well, you're going to like this story. I got the chance to be at the Professional Outdoor Media Association and give a presentation.
Yes, you're at POA. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
One of the guys, once they really kind of figured out, this is how when they ask questions like this, I know that that I've done a good job explaining what Tetra's all about. Because he said, Bill, let me make sure that I understand this. You can take a recording of a sound of whether it's a turkey or an elk or whatever. You can digitize it, and then you can amplify it or decrease it. Is that right? I said, yes, sir, that's right. He said, can I give you a recording of my wife's voice and have you decrease that?
I hate to close on that. I hate to close on that, but we need to get out and let you get back to the flooded cornfield there. Bill Dickinson, thank you, man. So they can go to that website again. What's that? tetrahearing.com, right?
Find us on Facebook or Instagram, or go to our website, tetrahearing.com, and please check out the Cold Hard Truth video. We've got some awesome prizes if you send in some pictures, and with our hashtag is commit to hear. Hashtag commit to hear.
Wonderful thing.
Let's do it together. Let's make some change together.
Yeah, that hashtag is commit to hear. Bill Dickinson, thank you, man. Go have a great day with your son. I guess that's Brendan. Is that right? Is you out there with?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Tell
Great
him.
Memory.
Tell him his name was on the radio, so that'll help him out a lot. All right, man. I want to stay in touch with you because I need to talk to you about some things too. Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, Bill. Thank you, man.
Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Be right back.